Nellie Bowles, who wrote an article about me for the New York Times, which was a very devastating article in many ways and very serpentine and subtle. She, 3 years later, she wrote another article about what it was like to work for the New York Times when she was working there and the tricks that the journalists played, including her. And she said that the game was to devastate someone else's reputation in the attempt to boost yours, right? So you could think about it as a game of comparative moral standing. So the journalist's trick is to trick you into saying something that will end your career, essentially.
Their social status stands on the shoulders of yours.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so now the advantage to being in a situation like that is that you have to step, if you step extremely carefully, and you're fortunate, then you evade the traps, and then the interview tilts hard in your favor.
Yeah.
And so the interviews that have done me the most good in the long run were the two interviews that were most hostile. One by Channel's 4,
Griffin,
Kathy Newman.
Kathy Griffin.
And Kathy at least had a sense of humor. Another one by Helen Lewis, who had no sense of humor at all and doesn't seem to have learned anything at all in the interim. But I think that one has 80 million views now, twice as many as the Kathy Newman interview. Like, it just keeps racking up views. And it was because Helen Lewis, she has like 50 tricks or 100 tricks. Kathy had like 4, and they were pretty blunt. And she had a sense of humor about them. But Helen Lewis, she was just all tricks, and lots of them, and smart, and it's quite something to talk to someone who's quite smart and quite educated, but all tricks.